toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Temple Owls, taking on one of the top teams in this conference. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Army's offense will have first crack at this one. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Rush is on him. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Owls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game, the perimeter throws, and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this third down. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
A run for the quarterback, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Let's look at the big picture for Army. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They've put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection.
Getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for a loss.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Back, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pocket breaking down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of Cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. Boom. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Temple lining up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Fights off a defender. Look out, he's got room.
Really good-looking run. And when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block. And as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There's just nothing doing.
And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Leaves it with the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense in press coverage. And there was nowhere to go, just stop.
They saw it, they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
It'll be 3rd and long. Right back to the well. Finding open areas. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Hit as he throws. Tight end finds a soft spot. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in. Turning it on. Quick step and go. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Army! A long run from the running back. Not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run. It took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world. But it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys that get there in a hurry.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That's peeled in. It's Marshall. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Snowed under by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's enough. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks the tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
The Owls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Catch in the middle. It's stopped. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. To the air on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Temple! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that catch.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The give to the back. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Black Knights will punt this one away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for room, it's Jordan. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for second down. To the ground with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Temple lining up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll try it over the left side. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He's stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now on the counter. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a
shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. Temple
takes over and the offense will return to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Fox. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Owls want to pick. Catch and stride inside the 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up the touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, one thing we can always count on is a great atmosphere in West Point. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Blake Field inside Michie Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Black Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Temple takes over and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fox. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. He's got it on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if we have an injury. Temple lining up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. Got the quick completion. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Creates a little space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up there before the defense is able to make the stop. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Grab near the marker. It's Duff. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They're testing the right side here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Just a a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Now the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground with the counter. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The RPO fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Makes the grab on 3rd. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The inside handoff. There he goes. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4.